question is, you have an 8-year-old daughter, Sarah, who is frowning and being upset that her best friend's birthday party is getting all the attention. The friend is getting all the attention, and they are jealous. You find out that it is jealousy. And oh, just FYI, they've shown patterns of jealousy in the past. How are you going to respond? Go ahead.
Auntie Agatha said, don't worry, babe. When it's your turn, you will get more than her.
That's right. When it's your turn, you will get more than her. Very good. What else? Anyone else? Come on, guys. More common responses, typical responses. If you want to unmute, I would love to hear you. Someone says, attention seeker. Shake it off. Attention seeker. Shake it off. Very good now. I like that.
I'll probably say, if you don't stop running, we will leave right away.
That's
yeah.
Thank you, Robert. If you don't stop crying and making your face like that, we're going to go home. We're going to go home. Oh my God.
How can you be jealous of your friend?
How can you be jealous of your friend?
I think I'll try to speak to my child to find out something like, what is it about the birthday celebration that is upsetting you? That will be my first question, to see, is there something about that birthday celebration that's different from yours that is upsetting you? And then when the communication door opens, we can talk about maybe how to celebrate hers, because obviously there's something happening at that birthday that she feels she's not getting, and it's getting her upset. So that's how I'll go about it.
No, that's very good, Auntie. Again, 99% of aunties and daddies will go this line, right? And it's good. This is typical. But tonight we want to shift the gear a little bit, right? Auntie said, I want to find out what about the party is triggering you. That is good. But tonight we want to be a little bit more scientific. Right? We want to be a little more calculated. In other words, what I mean by scientific, step by step. Right? We know what comes first. Now, if I say, Mommy, what is upsetting you? An 8-year-old may or may not open up. Number two, sometimes they will not have the words. And this is where mommy and daddies, we need you. Especially when they are teenagers, they will not have the words. Now, you as the coach, you have all the vocabulary. You know jealousy, you know insecurity, you know, mommy, what are some of the words? You know betrayal, you know all the words. So the child doesn't know that vocabulary. So this is where you come in and say, Mommy, what you are feeling is called this. And we'll talk about it in a minute. Mommy, can you read some of them for me?
Some said they would be like, oh my God, how can you be jealous of your friend? One said, where did you get this attitude
Where did you get this? And I'm sure it will be there will be an adjective on that attitude. Where did you get this stinky attitude?
Stop acting up or we're leaving the party.
That's right.
And then we have, so in this situation, will you say, I understand how you feel if you are not a parent who never gets jealous? Okay, so you don't have, and I thank you, Adley, good question. You don't have to get jealous to know how jealousy feels like, right? And there are other ways that we can connect with the child. I understand how you feel doesn't necessarily mean that I have felt jealous. In other words, I can understand how the notion of jealousy, as the mother who has been on the planet for maybe a couple of decades, more than you, I know how jealousy has triggered other people. I have seen the experience of jealousy play out. I have seen the experience of betrayal, abandonment. I have seen how it plays out, right? Let's hear what Precious said, Mommy. Okay, one other person said, I'd ask, do you want to play games or you want something to eat? So again, this one you want to distract, but then we want to seize the opportunity to parent. So it's a good technique, and I see a lot of mothers using it. Let's go play a game. Let's go cook. Let's go bake cookies. Those are great. But when you do that, you might miss the opportunity to develop the emotion. Right? We bypass the emotion, we bake cookies, we make cookies, we play soccer, but the emotion is real, it's there. So don't run away from the emotion, don't shy away from the emotion, actually dig out the emotion. For me,
That's what I do. I don't let the emotion, when I get the emotion and I see it playing out like a birthday and you are not happy. I've seen it happen in my house before. I've seen it happen in my house. Until eyes my leg. Recently, this 8-year-old story happened in my house. Right? And I could have used other techniques to bypass it, but I jump in for that emotion. I need the emotion because I am the only one who can coach him through it. Mommy, read Precious for me, please.
It says, I would say that, hey, I thought she was your very best friend. Why are you not over there having fun? Is everything okay? The normal African response.
We want to seize the opportunity to parent. So it's a good technique, and I see a lot of mothers using it. Let's go play a game. Let's go cook. Let's go bake cookies. Those are great. But when you do that, you might miss the opportunity to develop the emotion. Right? We bypass the emotion. We bake cookies. We make cookies. We play soccer. But the emotion is real. It's there. So don't run away from the emotion. Don't shy away from the emotion. Actually dig out the emotion. For me, that's what I do. I don't let the emotion, when I get the emotion and I see it playing out like a birthday and you are not happy. I've seen it happen in my house before. I've seen it happen in my house. Until eyes my leg. Recently, this 8-year-old story happened in my house. Right? And I could have used other techniques to bypass it, but I jump in for that emotion. I need the emotion because I am the only one who can coach him through it. Mommy, read Precious for me, please.
It says, I would say that, hey, I thought she was your very best friend. Why are you not over there having fun? Is everything okay? The normal African response, Jesus don't like jealousy.
That's right. Thank you, Precious. You keep it 100. Okay. Jesus doesn't like jealousy. I'm going to tell your Sunday school teacher you are being jealous. This will come out straight away. Would you like someone to do the same thing to you? It will come out straight away. Tell him a story about jealousy and how bad it is. It will come up again. All right, Chuk, go for it, man. Says Chuku, I think I see your hand up. You have to unmute.
Oh, so the African response. The African response in me will say, well, guess what? We're not celebrating your birthday next year.
That's right.
Because you're jealous and you want to be all naughty and, we're not going to celebrate your birthday, next year. But the graceful parents, will just tell, I'll just say, well, what from that birthday party, from your friend birthday party that you would love to have at your birthday party? Maybe there's something there that she liked and probably she didn't have it her previous birthday, which are the gifts and all that. So maybe just talk to her and be like, okay, what gift would you like for your next birthday party? Try to make her feel better.
That's good. So Chuku, I love what you just said with the graceful side, but I'm going to push it up a limit because this is what you just did. You said there's an emotion, but I'm going to go ahead and solve it by solving the problem. The problem, how we solve the problem is compensate them with a similar birthday party. Right? Don't feel bad about this birthday party. Even though you are jealous, don't feel jealous. Don't be jealous. Why? Because I'm going to compensate you with a better birthday party. But what you've done here is you've solved the problem on the surface. But in the background, the problem still exists. In other words, you've not addressed the jealousy. You've not addressed the sense of not feeling the same. The child is feeling displaced. The child feels that another child is being loved and being celebrated more than them. So this is the weed. It is weed. It is messy. I call it the chaotic world of emotions. This is where you're going to dig your head in and say, baby, the first thing we did, and I'm just going to go back on this screen. I have a beautiful screen here for you. The first thing is steps to emotional connection or emotional communication. We said number 1, communicate understanding. Number 2, define the feeling. So how you communicate understanding here, ladies and gentlemen. Honey, I'm sorry that you feel this way. This is your child who has pouted their lips because their best friend is being celebrated with Mommy, the thing that confettis, a whole bunch of confettis, a whole bunch of balloons, a big cake with Elsa theme, and the problem is not Elsa. It is Elsa, all right, but there's a bigger problem. The problem is jealousy. So you say, I will solve your problem, but can I talk about the jealousy? Because for you as a mother, for you as a father, your win is not to make them get a better birthday party. That's not your win. That should not be your win. Your win is a more confident child. Your win is a child who knows how to deal with the next jealous situation. Because guess what? The jealousy will stay with them for the rest of their life. And what they need from you right now is not a more powerful birthday. It's not, the cookies are great, but that is good. We'll get there. What we want to do is dig in for the emotion and coach. So number one, communicate understanding. Communicate understanding. Don't say, oh, mommy, I'll get you a better birthday. Mommy, what do you want in this birthday outfit? No, don't do that. That is good. But before you do that, please communicate understanding. Say, baby, I'm sorry you feel this way. Baby, that must hurt. Baby, I know she's getting a lot of things, and I'm sorry about that. Immediately, I'm telling you, your child will go immediately. She will say, oh my gosh, I guess my feelings are not illegal. Mommy understands my feeling. Or mommy, I will feel the same way if my friend was being celebrated like this. It is your opener. That's not where you end. It is your opener, right? Number two, you have it on your screen. Number two is define the feeling. Define the feeling. So you've communicated understanding. Great job. Number two, at some point, now I'm not going to be very strict. I'm not going to be very strict on how you go in the order. The minute you open your mouth and you've communicated understanding, you've won the day. Now, the next set is up to you, and however you want to go about it is fine. But one of the early things you want to do is define the feeling. You can compensate. I like the compensation idea, that I will outdo your friend for you. I will take you to a better place. That is all nice. I can appease you with the cake or with something. That is great, but you don't win. You didn't win the night. How you won the night is define the feeling. Baby, what do you have? Then you can ask them. And I like one of someone asked that. Say, let them talk. Let them open up. Baby, how are you feeling? If they are a teenager, they can open up. If they're a younger person, they might not have the words. They might not have the words. They will say, I feel sad. I'm not happy that she's getting everything that. And you know the word is jealousy. And you can use the word jealousy. If there is a 4-year-old hits their sister, you say, honey, you must be very angry. You have defined the feeling. You have defined the emotion. And if you define the emotion, you are diagnosing it. You have not treated. You've communicated understanding. You have defined the emotion. That's great. Number 3 is align with the feeling. Now, you will not always get them. Right? Like Adelaide is saying, I have never felt insecure. So how am I going to tell I get how you feel by being insecure? That's fine, but you can align in one way or the other. You can say, insecurity. I came into America. I was the only person in my class, and I didn't speak like the Americans spoke. So even though I'm not a big insecurity person, I can create a scenario where I felt insecure. And that was when I first came to America, in the classroom with a lot of African Americans in Virginia, and everybody's speaking, and I open my mouth and I have to repeat myself 4 times for every sentence. I mean, who will feel safe in that environment? So what I just did is a child who is feeling insecure, a child who is not, well connected, immediately you say, daddy gets me. Now, before the compensation and appeasement comes in, the child says, I know this man. He connects me. I like this man. He knows what I'm feeling. He knows what I'm feeling. So that is so powerful. So I'm going to just put the screen up on there again. Let's look at it, and I want you to screenshot it. If you can take a picture of it, please do that. this screen here. Communicate understanding, define the feeling. Okay to tell the child what the emotion is. It is okay. It is okay, ladies and gentlemen. It is okay to say it's anger. Mommy, you feel betrayed. Mommy, you feel that your allegiance, the person was not fair to you. Put a name to it, because let me just say something. When the child knows what they feel, when the feeling comes back, they can give the feeling a name, and then from there they can remember the advice you gave them about the feeling, because the feeling will come up. If it doesn't come up in the next month, it will come up in the next year. If it doesn't come up in the 18 years they are with you, it will come up in their marriage. When somebody makes them feel insecure, when somebody makes them feel less than, when somebody is not validating them, when somebody is holding their validation as a weapon against them, what you told them some 20 years ago will come back. And then the third one is align with the feeling, align with the emotion, one way or the other. Again, as I said, I don't hold you too much. What I really cannot let you go off the hook is number one. Number two, number three, great, do them whichever order you do them is fine. But number three, say, I feel the way you feel. I will feel that way too if I see my friend being celebrated that way. In other words, if you say, you can say, when my friend is getting all this attention, I will feel a little shaky. If you don't feel that way, you say, Mommy, I can understand how that will make you feel. Fine, you have to be honest. I like people being honest. And then the fourth one is where we know how to do best, is coaching. This is where your explanation about the virus is important. This is where you can bring your scripture in there. This is where you can give them tools, or you can give them one-liners. Mommy, and if it's say insecurity or say validation, Mommy, if this feeling comes up again, say, I am strong. Sorry, Mommy. Sorry, folks. Just a little bit of sneezing here and there. I'm sorry. But then a little bit of coaching. Most of us want to skip 1, 2, 3 and go for coaching. For most, what people call great parent is going straight for coaching. No. Before you coach, before you guide, before you affirm and give them all the tools you need, communicate, define the feeling, align with them. Mommy, I know how that feels. And then you go ahead and you coach them. Mommy, you can turn it off. I had one here.